Hello, this is the Blimey Cow YouTuber, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be watching Jordan's messages, thinking about the future. I'll be commentating on it a bit, and then going through some of the comments. So without any further ado, let's just get right into it.
Hey everyone, and welcome to yet another Jordan's Messages. I got so many emails over the last couple weeks that we're gonna get right to them. Dear Jordan, I have an older brother who teases me all the time. What should I do?
Alright, I had two older brothers that teased me all the time, and what did I do about it? To be honest, I just kind of said, whatever. Um, it bugged me a bit more when I was younger, but I just kind of eventually had to learn to be the bigger person, I guess. Um, and eventually, like, we got older and no one really cares anymore. Like, uh, I wouldn't say we're close, but we're like friends. We're not past it, or we're past any of that.
Well, let's ask Josh. Josh, what do you do when you have a younger brother who teases you? I'm calling Mom. It's
Nice. Um, just throw a crumpled piece of paper at them. Hey, stop teasing me. I'm gonna throw this paper at you, you big green weirdo.
finals week and I am ending the year with a 3.0 average. My parents want to take away my phone for not getting a 4.0. Is that right? Here's what
I don't know how the grade point average or whatever works. Um, I was homeschooled, and so I don't know what a 3.0 is. I don't know how bad that is. If that's like a C overall or a B overall or like a A minus. I mean, obviously 4.0 I have to assume is like a perfect score. Um, but um, anyways, that's not the question. The question is it right for you to have your phone taken over your grades? There's some nuance to that, and uh, on the one hand, like, I'm assuming your parents pay your phone bill and all that, and they gave you your phone, and it's not like you have any right to it, um, other than what they give you. On the other hand, it's like, were you like legitimately trying, um, and you just got those grades because you're not as good of a student as you could be, um, or whatever, um, or like how long are they gonna take it for, from you for? Like if they're taking it for like a week or a month, like my advice would be to get over it. Um, but if they're just gonna confiscate it until like the end of next year, if you get a 4.0, and also it's not clear um in the message whether they're just confiscating it for you not getting a 4.0, because that's kind of overkill, assuming I'm correct about 4.0 being the perfect score. I think it's unreasonable to expect anyone to have a perfect score overall. But if it's like a 3.5, you'd be fine. Like a 3.2, maybe you'd get it confiscated for a week, and then a 3.0, you'd get it confiscated for a month, and like a 2.0, you'd get it confiscated for like 6 months. I think that's reasonable. Also, like, depending on how old you are, it could change. I mean, clearly you're living with your parents and you have them paying for your phone bill. Um, so um, justifying it that way is out of the question. But like, if you're like 16, it could be different than if you're 14, and both of those would be different from if you're 17 or 18. Which, if you're 18 and you're still living with your, well, I'll leave that aside because that's pretty common these days. Anyways, so like I said, there's just a lot of nuance that goes into it. But let's get right back into what Jordan has to say about it.
What you do? Call the police. Tell them how awful your cell phoneless life is, how your parents are abusing you because they won't let you text your faceless friends who only exist through countless text messages. Maybe child services will let you live with another family who won't deprive you of the essentials of food, water, and your stupid cell phone. Dear Jordan,
So, a pretty predictable answer from Jordan that doesn't take in the nuances of the situation that I do. But yeah, point is, you don't have a right to your cell phone unless you paid for it and you pay the phone bills. You don't have a right to it, and even then, your parents can confiscate your stuff. It's just a fact of life. Um, for all intents and purposes, until you are 18, your parents own you and everything you own.
15 and I'm thinking about my future. Are you? Because I don't think you've ever mentioned anything about doing anything with your future. Just wondering if you have a plan for your life.
Okay, this could come off extremely condescending or just curious or concerned or anything like that. So I'm going to guess that they're just curious because I think that's how I read this. Um, so I mean, obviously, I can't answer this question. I'm just going to make that remark and then get to Jordan's answer.
Wow, Mary from Canada, thanks for the guilt trip! You don't even know me. You don't know my life. You think that because you see me on YouTube for 6 minutes a week that you can write me an email like that? Appalling. You know what? For the first time in Messyges history, I'm not gonna answer your question. Dear Jordan.
And of course, Jordan takes it condescendingly. Which is kind of annoying. Because I don't think that's the way it was meant. I mean, this person's from Canada. Like, polite city up there. Like, I don't think they meant it that way.
Jordan, if in an apocalyptic state the world came down to the last As Cities Burn CD and the last bottle of apple cider vinegar and you could only choose to save one, which one would it be?
ACB or ACV? Of course, I have no interest in As Cities Burn, and comparatively limited interest in apple cider vinegar. just to clarify, I don't dislike As Cities Burn or anything. I'm not into it. But yeah, I I would save the apple cider vinegar bottle. This is just a very Jordan question.
Now, see, this is my kind of message. This is my kind of question, and it's a question that needs to be answered in the world. And Stefan, I'm gonna be honest, it has haunted me many a night. Food for the body, food for the soul. Apple cider vinegar on one hand, and As Cities Burn on the other. As Cities Burn, because an apple cider vinegar bottle, it will run out. As Cities Burn, it is eternal. Hey, Jordan.
Okay, well, assuming I'm there too, then I could just save the apple cider vinegar bottle, and then Jordan could save the As Cities Burn City. So, I think we'd be all right.
I like a guy at a soccer camp that I go to once a year, but after this year, I'll be too old to go. What should I do?
Okay. You go there once a year. Okay. I don't know how you managed to develop this crush on this person you see once a year. Um, or if such a crush is such a relationship is something that should be maintained. Um, but the moving past that question, the advice I would give to someone in this situation, obviously I can't give this to the actual messenger right now because this was written 10 years ago, but the obvious answer is you go to the soccer camp, you hope he says something to you, and if he doesn't, you say, "Hey, this is the last time. Would 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 we be able to stay in contact? Do you have any contact information I could get just so we can keep in touch?" It's it's not hard. Um, especially if you don't make anything of it. If you just say, "Hey, I want to keep in touch," that's well, I have to assume it's not hard. I've never done this. I think every time I've gotten someone's contact information, it was them um, bringing it up and not me. So I don't know, but I have to assume that there's a way to be casual about this.
Man, this is a toughie. I just wish that there was something where people that were far apart could come together and talk, like a website or something, or like a little box that you could talk into to somebody that's really far away, but those things haven't been invented, so my advice would be just go home on your horse-drawn carriage and forget everything about this summer camp summer fling. If you don't know what proofreading is, then don't send me any emails at messyges@blimeycow.com. Wow, this was really sarcastic with a hint of truth. Don't be messy. And leave good messages.
Okay, so um, pretty typical. Again, typical answers all around from Jordan here on Messyges. Probably why they call it Jordan's Messages and not my messages. Um, because I I like to like give the messenger the benefit of the doubt. Um, I guess, and like take their questions with the what's the opposite of a grain of salt? Like, I take the message with a grain of sugar and just be like, you know, maybe this maybe taking it with a grain of salt does make sense. I still think this is more so the opposite of taking it with a grain of salt, but the metaphor, I don't know if it's a metaphor. It's not a metaphor. The idiom still works, I think. Anyways, I like to say, okay, supposing this situation's true, supposing it is as hard as you think to ask this person for their contact information or whatever. But then again, I also I don't even know what I'm on about. Anyways, though, um, let's just go down to the comment section and see what comments there are. All right, so here's just a few comments I picked out for it. Um, here we go. Davies Cards says, so if Jordan gets mad, he's not the Hulk, he's Big Head Kid. I don't know. This comment just kind of struck me funny. Um, at Starry Night 316, Jesus says, people should realize by now that he isn't a therapist. If you watch Messy Mondays, don't expect them to get into a serious heart-to-heart mode on Fridays. Yeah, I don't think many people do expect him to be a therapist or whatever, or get into a heart and heart. Because um, where was I? But yeah, I think people are playing into it. I think they know that he's not gonna give them a serious answer or whatever, or they know that if they don't give him a serious question, he's not gonna give them a serious answer. At least. At Ms. Kerosene Lamp says, I haven't planned my future. Plus, if you do, there's always a chance, and it will happen, that some force will throw a wrench into your plans. It's good to make yourself some breathing room and set a plan B, but life likes to go, oh, you have a plan B? If plan A didn't work, what makes you think plan B will? I mean, like you said, it's good to make your uh, breathing room. Um, so, nothing. One, um, suppose plan A has a 50% chance of falling through. Suppose plan B also has a 50% chance of falling through. Now you've just set it up so that you have a 25% chance of having no plan, whereas before you only had a 50% chance, or you had a whole 50% chance of your plans falling through. Two, um, typically when people make a plan B, it's something that is much less likely to fail, but just has less reward if it does succeed. So plan A will be something that's um, high risk, high reward, and then plan B will be something that's low risk, low reward. At Sarah B says, if there's an apocalypse and you have an As Cities Burn CD, how do you know you'll be able to find a CD player? Um, I think the question presupposes that you'll be able to listen to it. Um, mainly because the um, mainly because it would be a stupid question if they're if you go and say, "Ha, tricked you, stupid. There's no CD player," like it just kind of a lame question and a stupid thing to do. At Small Fry says, I agree. Everyone thinks he's a jerk. He's hilarious. Now, I don't think anybody. So I saw like a dozen comments saying something to this effect, and I didn't see any comments of someone seriously thinking that Jordan was just being a jerk here. Again, this video is 10 years old. Maybe there used to be some comments, um, but I didn't see any. I think people are defending Jordan for no reason, defending Jordan against imaginary attacks. Um, but yeah, I think everybody gets the sarcasm, and everybody knows that the people writing in typically expect the sarcasm, and they know that no one cares. Anyways, though, that's gonna be the end of this video. Subscribe to Blimey Cow if for some reason you aren't already. But with that out of the way, I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.